The gentleman yields. The gentleman from New York, Mr. Garbarino, is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome, Secretary. As many today have already stated, our nation is facing a housing shortage with housing affordability at historic lows for both homeowners and renters. My district of Long Island is no different. Just a little over a month ago, the median home price in Suffolk County reached a record $600,000, an increase over 9% compared to a year ago. When combined with the fact that the average interest rate for a 30-year loan is still well above the sub 4% rates that home buyers were used to seeing just a couple of years ago, it is no surprise that many first-time home buyers struggle to enter the market. One such solution to the affordability problem, which you briefly highlighted earlier, is the use of modular homes and accessory dwelling units. Secretary Fudge, how can HUD update its policies to leverage the development of non-traditional construction methods like modular housing and accessory dwelling units to add to the housing supply?
I'm really glad you asked that, because it's something that we are exploring, because we know that that may be, in fact, the answer to our real problem, because they can go up quickly, they are energy efficient, they don't take an awful lot of manpower to put up. So what we have done is just, in the past, lending institutions as well as FHA and FHFA have not wanted to fund or to support these new housing models. We are now fully engaged, and we are making ways to be sure that we can fund accessory dwelling units, manufactured homes, modular homes. We have a showcase every year to talk about what is new in the market that can help us deal with this crisis. And so we are doing all that we know how to do in terms of making sure funding is available for them.
So trying to get up, so making sure, changing the policies to make sure funding is available for these types of units. Great. I want to switch over to the FHA. FHA loans are unique in that they're assumable by subsequent borrowers, provided the assumer or borrower is fully underwritten and qualifies for the loan. Given that the majority of FHA loans currently outstanding have interest rates that are well below current rates, this assumability is it's pretty appetizing for a lot of homeowners, especially with the low rate. However, the fee that the lender or servicer can charge to underwrite the new buyer is well below the cost the lender or the servicer would incur. Is FHA considering raising the fee to ensure that lenders who process assumption requests in a timely manner without incurring costs to do so?
I'm not sure, but I can ask. But I would say this. We've not gotten any complaints about the fees, but I'm certainly willing to take a look at it. And I'll ask our commissioner to do that.
That'd be great, because I think if you can have some people assume some of these loans at the lower rates, it really would help with buyers. I practiced law and did a lot of FHA loans and closings, and the interest rates now compared to what they used to be, it's really painful on middle and low income buyers. So anything we can do to open this up, and maybe by raising that fee, more lenders will be willing to underwrite these, and we get more people to be able to assume those loans. Further, many lenders have stated that the at least to our office, that the cost and complexity of servicing an FHA loan is significantly more compared to a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan. Are there any plans for HUD to reform FHA's servicing to fall more in lines with the GSE's model for servicing?
Well, one of the things that one of your colleagues asked a question earlier, and I said that we would take a look at it. I don't know what the fee structure is off the top of my head, but we will take a look at seeing if we can be more in line, because one of the things we do want to do is become more in line with the agencies we work with.
So yeah, so there's nothing specifically that comes to mind that would keep you from doing it. You will absolutely, you'll look into it, and great, I appreciate that. And again, we talked about the housing shortage. In your opinion, this is coming up now more and more. In your opinion, do you think having states take over zoning control from local governments is a good way to address the housing issue?
I'm going to admit to you that I'm biased. I'm a former mayor, so I would say no.
I appreciate that. I agree with you. As someone who did local zoning, I think the people, like the mayors, the town supervisors, the town board members, the zoning boards, are the ones who know the communities that they live in. And having a state, whether it's New York or Ohio or Texas or somebody, one of the governors come in and say, oh, by the way, we're going to put an apartment building here, and take that power completely away from the local governments is not a good thing. So I'm happy you agree with me, and I'm almost out of time, so I don't have any further questions. So thank you, Madam Secretary, and I yield back.